Welcome to the Weekly Grind. I'm Erica Hosseini. The world's best skaters will be taking the stage this weekend for the opening round of the 2010 Maloof Money Cup. Creator Joe Maloof has expanded the event, the richest in pro skating, by adding this weekend's stop at Flushing Meadows in Queens, New York. Naturally, past winners Paul Rodriguez and Chris Cole will be making the trek back east, but they will have their hands full going after the $100,000 first place prize with the likes of Tori Pudwill, Nyjah Houston, and Ryan Sheckler on hand. When it's all over this year, the entire course is being donated to New York City, which is adopting it as a sanctioned skate park. You can watch the event live this weekend on Fuel TV. With a break on the ASP World Tour, we found time to catch up with third-year pro Jordy Smith during his recent swing through Newport Beach. Smith is off to his best start ever this year, but he's quick to remind people of the lessons he's learned along the way.
The biggest thing about coming off that rookie season for me was, I came right out of the QS, winning everything, and everyone's always pumping you up, and everyone's all like, oh, you're going to win the CT, you're going to win the world title first year. And, people are telling you this so much that you start believing it. And then, when you come first 3 events and you haven't made it past the 17th round and things start going a little wobbly, you start to second guess yourself. Yeah, I found that tough at times, but, I always was just like, hey, you know what, I'm 19 years old, 20 years old, and I've got, my whole life ahead of me, so I'm not going to let too much of this stuff get to me. Yeah, I just carried on surfing, and, I ended up getting like 26 or whatever the first year, and, I ended up requalifying, but it wasn't a great year. But I think when you start losing, that you start, discovering who you are, and you start finding the better person in yourself when once you start losing, and you got to learn to lose before you can start winning. So once I accepted losing, and I'd never really lost like that before in my life, so once I started losing like that, I started accepting it, and it started helping me win more and more, and it's helped me actually be a better person today.
So what's his take on battling Slater and the rest?
I like kind of going out there, whether it's against Kelly, Dane, or Mick. When you get a surfer like Kelly, he's so calculated and he's had so much experience. He's probably been on there 16 years or something, and it's hard to kind of battle that with 3 years of experience. So, he's been in every situation that you can possibly be in, so he knows what to do. And then you come up against somebody like Dane, and he's just a freak, and he just does whatever, and he gets away, and he's an opportunist. So he just takes every opportunity and goes wild with it, and you never know what you're going to get. And then you get someone like Mick, he's just really works hard at what he does, and also calculated as well, and just make sure he will get that 8.5 no matter what, every time. You can count on it. And it's good to see surfers like that, because I have a lot to learn from them.
Finally, women's pro motocross racer Ashley Fialek is enjoying the success of her new book, Kicking Up Dirt. The 19-year-old from St. Augustine, Florida, sheds light and insight into how she's handled all of the obstacles in front of her, especially being deaf. Fialek, a 2-time women's motocross champ and X Games gold medalist, never believed her disability should stand in the way of her dreams. Today, she's one of the sport's most talked about stars. You can learn more about Ashley and her book at ashleyfialek.com. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. In the meantime, stick with grindtv.com for all the latest in action sports news.